What is the problem of the EFF? The problem with the EFF is because they are not the minister. I am living what they've been fighting for so long. They were insulting me, called me a bandit. Now they must say honorable. It is hurtful, I understand. And that hurt sometimes find expression in nonsensical answers. I am not this minister that will be told blue lights excite me. When we got new cars, when they put me in a BMW, I jumped out of a more expensive personal car to go into the government car. So I can't be excited. I'm here because this is a labor of love for me. That's what excites me, that I can change people's lives. It's true, I'm excited to be a minister because I've got the power now. I fought. EFF needs to be relevant. And Gayton McKenzie is now the most relevant name at the moment in this country. If they talk about Malema, people don't listen, so they have to talk about Gayton and Malema so he can get the shine that I'm... Can I answer the first one? I think the issue of city press, thank you for the question, but I also think that when I went to Delicious, I made time to speak to yourself while I was there. So it's not that you didn't see me, but seeing that you have questions, the staff in my office, it was my instruction not to see any media. When I was referring that they mustn't listen to media that is not spoken to me, I even went further, the part that you omitted, I said, these are the media you should listen to that's here today. So you are here today, they must listen to you. Then I can assure you that if you want to see me tomorrow, we can make time before this weekend, and I will give you that one-on-one. Thank you very much. The second from newsroom, saying that, I say there's nothing abnormal. I want us to don't do wordplay. There's a ministerial handbook that guides what ministers should and should not do. I have done absolutely nothing. I didn't even know what car awaits me when I got there. I didn't even know who will find me there. I didn't even know how these things work. I'm not the first minister to fly. I'm not the last minister. Show me where have I done wrong, because the ministerial handbook does not guide Mama Joy. It guides me. That's so I've done nothing wrong there, so I will not fall in the trap that the DA is laying for me. You want to prevent me from going outside and go and do my work. I will not do that. I'm going to do the work to the best of my ability. I'm not these ministers that get cowed, now must now change. You know, I'll make you an example, and I want to be clear on this issue. They took me to meet with the president and the ministers from countries were at the house in Paris, where we were addressed by the police minister. When we got there, they wanted, on the car, they wanted the sticker that say you should be there. The driver said, no, minister. They said, no, sticker. Marlies had to go and take a sticker out of a bag which he had. He said, go back, put sticker and come. Now imagine if I rocked up, there was an Uber. Let's just be practical. You know, it's nice to talk and say you're wasting money. But the facts of the matter is that when I get there, I'm being told, Minister, you're going to this side of Paris now. Now I must call an Uber. Then everybody else that's there for the Olympics is calling an Uber. And then they cancel my trip. If I miss the engagement, you're still going to fight with me. He went on a joyride. He didn't go to the meeting. You know, there's something that the DM taught me. She taught me something when I became a minister. Is Homuyamasato. Yeah, Homuyamusate. Yeah, what that means, it's one of the most powerful lessons I learned in life. They say when you have the kings, when you see the king's cattle roaming the street. If you don't take that kettle back, you are in trouble. And if you take the kettle back and they caught you with this kettle on the way taking it back, you must say, what are you doing with the king's kettle? The rules is not written by Gayton McKenzie of traveling. I don't sit with a laptop and book a flight. Pre me becoming a minister, I've never booked my own flight. I've got people doing that for me. So I can't come here and plead guilty to something for rules that I've not set up. I can promise you, if all the ministers can give their traveling expenses, you are not saying, hey, you actually saved money by not staying another 19 days. I came back. The president approved my travel. What is the problem of the EFF? The problem with the EFF is because they are not the minister. I am living what they've been fighting for so long. They were insulting me, called me a bandit. Now they must say honorable. It is hurtful, I understand. And that hurt sometimes find expression in nonsensical answers that they talk about me or questions. I do believe that the cost was put up by the demand of cars in the Olympics, the demand of hotels. I went on my own cost cutting. My children went to Dubai September last year. Go check which hotel they stayed at. Go check which hotel my kids stayed at. Go check what we flew going there. Then you'll understand this excitement you're talking about. I'm not excited for perks. This is a downgrade for me. I am not this minister that will be told blue lights excite me. When we got new cars, as a minister, and you guys will make accusations, but you won't be answered. When you put me in a BMW, or in a Mercedes-Benz, I jumped at the union buildings, or where I got my car, I jumped out of a more expensive personal car to go into the government car. So I can't be excited. I'm here because this is a labor of love for me. That's what excites me, that I can change people's lives. It's true, I'm excited to be a minister because I've got the power now. I fought. I walked in the rain. People walked in the snow, in the storms for me to be a minister. The PA people fought very hard for me to be there. I'm excited. Imagine the people that was voting for me, that walked so that their lives can become better, and then when they got the opportunity to go into the GNU, the leader said, Harifuni GNU. No, I can't do that to people. People wanted me to get power. I now have power to change lives. So this thing of exciting, I want to kill it right here. I have never booked my own flights. I have people booking my flights. This thing of ministers, I have to now behave within the Ministerial handbook. I asked the ADG, what is the Ministerial handbook saying? She says you can't do that. I was flying to Cape Town, my first flight. I was sitting in economy class because the ADG told me the Ministerial handbook wants me to fly economy class. And I found other ministers sitting in business class. And I went to peace. I said, why are me and you sitting in economy class? The other ministers sat there. She said, no, it is their miles. They've been ministers for long, so they accumulated miles, and they're using their miles. I said, oh, okay. So I'm not excited, number one, for these things that they think is perks staying in a hotel. It's my first time being abroad, staying in a hotel that's not 5-star. I'm not excited for those things. I'm not, even this car they got me, that Mercedes, I will never drive that car here at home in my own life. So I'm not excited for those. Number two, and lastly, the issue where they say they took me to the ethics committee, it's their right. They can take me wherever they want to take me. It's their right. EFF needs to be relevant. And Gayton McKenzie is now the most relevant name at the moment in this country. If they talk about Malema, people don't listen, so they have to talk about Gayton and Malema so he can get the shine that I'm experiencing now. That's the truth. They talk they are getting crazy. They're obsessed with me. And I enjoy that because I'm a minister. So, in the last question of the white paper, also, I'm coming to newsroom's question. The issue of the pushback from the unions. My job as the minister is to listen to people. The reason why I asked for a postponement, I didn't demand a postponement. I asked for a postponement, which was granted, was to listen to what the unions are complaining about. Before December, I will be able to answer this question, to say what is it the unions are complaining about. Your question, what do I think of the deal? I can tell you, if I had to do the deal, the rugby deal myself, I would have pushed for more terms from our side. I would have done a different deal, but we are different. I don't know, I'm not a rugby administrator. So, number one of your question, I'm going to hear what the complaints are. Number two of your questions, I just think that we can push to get more. All Blacks did the same deal, and they got more money. So I think that actually maybe they must push them for more money. But, you know, I'm just glad that there's foreign direct investment in the country also. That people believe in our country to invest 1.3 billion. But now, let's hear what the unions say and let's implement. For the person that says I must put my phone down, let me answer you very nicely. Of 702. Before I was a minister, we have in the PA, which is called com-op. Every PA member knows what it is. It is me speaking. You want me to put my phone down so you can lie about me. Now I'm on my phone so people can hear firsthand. The Daily Maverick wrote an article and say I walk around carrying a gun. I don't have a gun. I'm not allowed to carry a gun. Now I can answer and say you talk nonsense. They say I was having a joyride. It is my phone that makes me defend myself. If the president called me today and say, put your phone down or you're no longer a minister, I will not put my phone down. I will resign and thank him for the opportunity because I'm not going to be a forever minister. I'm not going to make this post change me. I still want to be G that people know out there. This thing will not make me mad. I don't take a salary. In fact, today, I got a salary. I said I'm going to buy 100 tickets. How many tickets I said, Bakang? 200 tickets. Now, when I look at my salary, I think McKenzie is such a great artist. I am now, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, I'm going to give tickets away because I'm no longer buying 200 tickets for the McKenzie concert. I'm now buying 600 tickets for McKenzie's concert, 9 o'clock on my phone. Even if you want a ticket, you check me there on my phone. I'm going to give thing. Then, because people lie. They lie about you. And Twitter has given me opportunity to refute the lies. The people that believe in me, when there's a story about me, you know what they say? Let's wait for the minister to answer. Then we will know the truth. I will never put my phone down. And you mentioned that people say I'm too excited. You know my first job in life, honest job, let me put it that way. My first honest job in life was cleaning the toilets in prison. That was my first job. That was the first honest job I got, to clean the toilets in prison and the corridor of the executive. Ask everyone. I see one or two people here that come from jail. Ask them, there's Houston and them. I would sing there in the corridor. I would be friendly. I'll be making jokes. Those people there, they would be like, why are you always in such a good mood? It's not a ministerial post that makes me happy. I am naturally not a miserable person. I'm a happy person, not because of the job. I am naturally happy. I'm the leader of the PA. I'm happy. Ask the people. Last night I was talking to people. We make jokes. Ask my guys that has been guarding me. We make jokes all the time. When the judge was swearing me in Zondo, I was making jokes. This is who I am. I am happy to be alive, not to be a minister. Do you know my kids has asked me to resign? Because they say, he's so tired. Why don't you just leave this ministerial thing? We always see you in the news. So I'm not excited for the minister's post. I'm excited for being able to serve South Africans. That's what I'm excited for. And I will be reshuffled one day. I'm not those people that think I will not be reshuffled. And when I get reshuffled, you will still find me in the street being happy. If I can be happy in a prison cell, I was the joker in jail. If I can be happy in a prison cell, how can I be set in cabinet? The white paper, you know, we are busy with negotiations with the lottery and everybody to help the arts more substantively, to talk to corporates. We have just spoken, we are talking to R&B Bank. We are talking to different people behind the scenes. We can't really talk much about that because the negotiations are still ongoing. And we are talking to MultiChoice. We are talking to them to say, how can you help us? MultiChoice came back and said, this is how we can uplift the creatives. But those discussions are still ongoing. The white paper, as I've mentioned here, we are going through all of the things because there's some things there, take it from a creative, take it from a best-selling author that I just think is exploitation. How some of these things were agreed upon. Now, I don't want to bury artists with no money. I just want to go and pay my respects at the funeral, not go and pay for the funeral. So, I promise you, very soon, with all the sectors, we are going to sit with them and ask them, can we change here, can we change here, can we change here? Artists are one part of the conversation. We, the people that is being put in charge of arts in this country, is the second part of the conversation. A third part of the conversation is the corporates. A fourth part of the conversation are the people that we are performing for. So you can't just have one view, the minister's view. We must listen to all the views. So the different papers that are there, I don't want to sign a paper which I've not read. Because it will happen under my watch. Imagine if the papers get signed and there's something that's exploitive to artists, how will I defend something while I'm the minister? Like the one of fair use. I'm fighting that thing, it's in the papers that people want me to sign. I will never agree to fair use, because fair use say you can't set a price to your music. You can't set a price to your art. We can't have that. So all I'm asking is for a little bit more patience. As you can see, the 100 days, we were very busy, but we are going to sort it out. We are serious about this job. We are excited to deliver to. We have higher ambitions, some of us. Imagine if we can't even run this department. Tomorrow, how can we say, no, we want to go higher than being a minister? We can't. So I want to be successful in this department. I want to deliver. Because people are looking at me more than they look at any other minister. So I can't be setting my foot wrong. I need to check and recheck. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister. We'll take